This is my $100 Sonic 3 figure haul unboxing. We found most of these figures over the past month on different merch hunt videos on this channel. And today, boys, we are finally unboxing them and we're going to get into some of these and see what they're like. I've been so excited to do this for so long. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. All right then, guys, let's get straight into this. We've got £100 of figures to be unboxing today. And boys, I have to admit, I'm so excited for this. I've been wanting to do this for so long now. But anyways, let's go straight into it. Let's see these first figures. And the first ones we're going to be bringing into the unboxing are these 2.5-inch Jack Specifics. We've got the Sonic and the Ivo Robotnik. I've still not found Knuckles or Shadow, so these are the two we've got for now. But boys, I've been so excited for this for so long. Right, let me get some scissors because otherwise we're going to struggle. I found them. Let's do this. Let's get into these figures straight away. We're going to start off with this Ivo here. I think I might need some scissors just to cut out the bottom bits here, etc. But let's give that a snip. And Ivo, he should just pop straight out. There we go. There is our first figure. Look, that was nice and simple. Our first figure, we got the 2.5-inch Ivo Robotnik here. We managed to find this one recently at Smith's. They had a massive restock in the Solly Hole store we went to as well. So yeah, really happy with this one. He's definitely got a few points of articulation. I don't really know what it says on the box. Doesn't really say much compared to like the bigger figure. But yeah, for £6, this is a pretty standard, pretty solid figure. There's a few points you can turn. His head isn't that like flexible. His arms go all the way around, which is good. His legs also move, but the cape doesn't have as much bend in it as I'm sure the bigger figure does. But either way, Ivo, first figure, let's put him down and let's move on to the next one. We've got Sonic here. Yeah, really excited to get into this Sonic. I really want to find the Knuckles one because I'm really interested in what Knuckles is like with these figures. I'm going to struggle to get this one out because I don't really want to damage him, but I also don't want to like absolutely shred the box. No, we're gonna go and shred the box. Let's shred the box, boys. Here we go. Go on. There we go. Right, Sonic is out. Sonic is free. I've freed him from his chains. So let's have a closer look at Sonic then. Oh, he's got a little tail on the back of him. Yeah, there's a few points of articulation. His head moves around. His arms go around just about all the way if you're careful with his ears. His feet move. They can also go around all the way this way. So that's pretty cool. They can go all the way around. I'm guessing his like, I'm gonna say calf. Is that his calf? I know his hip. I guess it's on like an articulation ball. But anyways, yeah, so this figure's pretty solid. We got this one, I think, from Milton Keynes a couple of merch hunts ago. So either way, guys, for £12, £6 each, we got Sonic and Ivo. Just a couple more of the 2.5-inch figures to get, if we can, in fact, still find them. That's the one big question. Can we still find these figures? Right, so there are smaller figures. Let's move on to the bigger ones. And let's start off with one which I know a lot of you don't really like, but I'm a big fan of it. I quite like this figure. It's the only Tails I've managed to find so far as well. But this is the Chao mascot Tails. So there's 20 points of articulation according to the box. It is, I believe this is from wave 2 of these figures where you got Super Sonic, Shadow and Knuckles as well. Sometimes being a genius means supporting a mascot costume from your favorite Japanese cafe. So yeah, the Chao mascot Tails, it's a bit of a strange figure from a very strange point of film because it was only, you know, they all had the Chao mascot and Tails was only on the screen for like, I don't know, probably a couple minutes with this costume. But yeah, let's get into this figure. Let's see what we can see with him. This is the first figure we've actually managed to unbox so far, like big fig so far. It's a big fig, it's not Lego. But anyways, this is our first figure, the Chao mascot Tails. Right, yes, let's get this guy out of his box. He's got one huge head. I'm sorry for the audio right now. And guys, this figure is heavy. I'm surprised, you know, I don't know if this is going to stand up on his own. But yeah, either way, this figure is pretty sick. You've got the tails, which do go all the way around, which is nice to see. Yeah, his head, it goes all the way around. It's a little bit stiff, but I'm guessing it's on like a ball point. Yeah, his hands, they go in and out, and then his ears. Do these move? No, the top bit doesn't move at all, just like the whole Chao mascot aspect of it, like in the movie. His feet move around nicely. But yeah, the figure's really cool. I'm guessing you have to be really careful with how you display this though, because otherwise he's just not going to stand up. If you have his head like tilted forwards, that works better, I've realized. It's pretty cool. The shoes like match the design. Yeah, there's plenty of detail. It's basically just the Tails figure, which we don't have yet, but reworked with the Chao mascot head on top. So yeah, pretty happy with this one. I got this one online, I believe, from the Entertainer. In fact, I've got the perfect thing for this video, guys. Oh, it's a little bit dusty, but I've got a little display stand here. We can put all these figures on. So if I move this here, we can put the very top, because they're the smallest, we'll put Ivo, and then we'll put Sonic. All right, they're standing. And then now we can put our little Chao mascot Tails. We'll put him at the top as well because he's just come out. He can balance against the back of it. Right, first 3 figures down. What do we do next? I'm really can't wait to open this, guys, the Shadow on his motorcycle. But I'm saving it for a little bit later. And then we've also got some really cool figures. We've got the Super Sonic and the Shadow. But for now, we're going to go into the bigger version of Ivo and do a little bit of a comparison. Right, so whilst we get this open, guys, just remember we have got a giveaway currently running on the other merch hunt video where we tried to hunt for some more figures which we don't actually have yet. So yeah, if you wanted to get yourself involved in that, feel free to head over to the video in the description. I will leave a link. Yeah, you could potentially win yourself. Let me just get this out of the packet first. You could potentially win yourself a Sonic 3 Shadow figure. So yeah, pretty awesome. It's a first giveaway we've done on the channel. So if you want to get involved, head over to the most recent merch video and let me know in the comments down below why you think you deserve the Shadow 3 figure. But yeah, I managed to pick this one up here, this Ivo figure from Amazon during the Christmas time. But yeah, there's a lot more points of like circulation. You can see the ballpoint just inside there, like sort of. But yeah, there's more circulation with this figure. His arms go around fully. The cape's a lot more flexible than the others. Like, if you just look at that, and if we compare it to this one quickly, this barely moves at all. So yeah, this is, if you've got the money to do it, it's a much better figure, but the 2.5 inches are pretty cool. There's plenty of points of articulation. His feet can even go backwards if you wanted to. So yeah, it's a pretty cool figure. The face, it's, yeah, I'd say fairly accurate to Jim Carrey. The mustache is really good. You got the cheeky grin with like the highlighted jaw. The goggles look amazing. His head is nice and bald, which is a good start. But boys, I'm really interested to see the next wave of figures we've got coming, because there's a strong chance we're going to get a Gerald Robotnik figure very, very soon. So I'm very, very eager to see what that would look like. Would they just recolor the same figure, or will they change it slightly? I guess time will tell. We'll find out very, very soon. Right, let's move on to our next figure. Let's do one that I'm really, really eager to open. We've got here, of course, my guy, Shadow. We picked this one up ages ago in our first merch hunt video. This is, of course, the 5-inch Shadow. 22 points of articulation on this one. Of course, it's this one that comes in the same wave as the Supersonic, the Chow Mascot Tails, and the Knuckles. The Chow Mascot Tails just over there. Shadow is a fierce and mysterious foe who is determined to accomplish his goals and won't let anything stand in his way. This is Shadow, boys. The box art is just fantastic on all of these Sonic 3 figures. I'm trying to show you as much as I can with like the camera being in focus and all. But I'm really eager to get into this one. I've been wanting to do this for so long. Oh, look at that. Came out straight away. Right. Shadow, boys. Let's have a look at this and see what he's like. I'll tell you one thing, guys, as much as this packaging makes it very hard to open, it also stops your figures from getting damaged. So yeah, although you might see me struggle, I'm glad that they're nice and protected. This Shadow, boys, I'm not gonna lie, compared to the other two figures we've opened already, it's in a league of its own. Honestly, like, yes, he feels quite top heavy. I think right now, a little bit of me is just like freaking out inside. My childhood has like been, I don't even know what to say. It's just come back to life. This is an awesome figure. It looks just like Shadow in the movie. Right, if we have a look at some of these details, you can see on his eyes, they've got like a little glow to them, and they like a film layer above the rest of the figure, like, which kind of gives it like the standout Sonic effect. It works really well. There's loads of detail. You can see all of his fur and the contrast between the red and the black. And then of course you've got his little fur patch in the front here. He's got the little angry Shadow like smirk on his face with his nose. His hands, this one doesn't open up. I don't believe so. Does it open? Oh, yes, it does open. Yeah, it does open. Ignore me. It does open. They go all the way around as well. There's so many points of articulation, guys. You could proper pose all of these figures in some really cool ways. Yeah, both of his hands open up. His shoes, just like the ones in the film and just like Shadow as we know him. But yeah, the shoes look really good, guys. Honestly, the detail in this is insane. You've got like loads of, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. You can just about see it. The little bits of like circles and stuff to show the whole, I don't know what you'd call it, the whole hovering ability. You know what I'm on about. You know what I'm on about. Either way, this Shadow, boys, looks insane. It's got so many bits of detail to him. I'm sure you could pose this in so many different ways. Yes, it's a little bit top heavy, but the figure just looks incredible. Right, let's get him standing. Oh, I killed Ivo. Right, let's get into our next figures. I want to save that one for last. Right, this is going to be fun. We're going to go back-to-back Shadow. I believe this figure is slightly different to the other one as well, so I'm really interested to get into this. We've got the Sonic and Motorcycle. It's really hard to show you guys because I've not got much space. Right, let me move the camera back for a minute then. The Sonic and Motorcycle, guys. A very hard to get figure, or I should say playset, but I've managed to find plenty of these out in the wild. Of course, it is part of the Wave 1 set with Sonic, Tails, Shadow, and Ivo Robotnik. There's only 13 points of articulation on this Shadow figure, so I'm interested to compare the two. But, you know, if you're buying one, this would be better for value because you get the bike as well. But the detail is definitely in that figure over there. So let's open up Mr. Shadow and Motorcycle, the Shadow and Moto, or Shadow and Motorrad. You'll have to let me know what country that language is from down below. Let's get into this figure. I'm really interested to see what it looks like. Right, we'll just cut it open from this side here. I'm really annoyed. When I saw this figure, I didn't realise that I'd actually found the light up shadow as well, which you can't really get in the UK yet. So when that's available fairly soon, you know, boys, we're going to be going on another merch hunt. Try and find it early, and if not, we'll definitely get it on release day. The sun is starting to shine now, which is pretty good because it's very dark here in the UK at the moment. With all that waffling, I think I've just about managed to get Shadow out of his packet. It's a shame because the box art is so cool. I don't really want to be destroying this, but we do it for doing this for you guys, okay? Plus, I do definitely really want to see what these figures are like. Right, there we go. Here we got it, boys. This is the Shadow on his motorcycle. And I think the one thing we can take away from this video is that I need to learn how to open figures better in the future. Right, this is Shadow on his motorcycle. This figure looks pretty insane, boys. Or I should say this set. I've actually managed to not even get one of the tags off. It's still stuck on his hand. Oh my god. I've got to learn to get better at this. He's holding onto his motorcycle for dear life, boys. It's like falling to his death. It's like a scene out of Titanic. Right. So this is the motorcycle, first of all. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The wheels feel more rubbery than I thought they would. Right, either way, boys, there's plenty of, like, points and bits of detail. It's a shame that you can see here, they put the whole, like, manufacturing copyright details and stuff all on the side of the motorcycle, which, you know, you don't really want. You kind of want it at the bottom because it blocks out. Oh, it's also on this side here. We've got, yeah, imported by Jack's Pacific, UK Limited, 1 Arlington Square. It tells you like the full-on details of the company on the actual motorcycle, guys, which is pretty upsetting. It's not what you really want to see, but there's plenty of cool details to this. You've got these bits here which pop out. That one's a little bit loose compared to this side. Yeah, definitely more loose than the other one. These pop out, I'm guessing, so you can put Shadow like about to launch off. They're like, his foot goes on there. That's basically how he sits. You get him on there and his feet go into... I cannot get my words out today. And it also kind of matches the scene where he bounces off the motorcycle and like goes to punch Sonic. But yeah, there's plenty of detail to this bike. It feels nice. It feels nice and light. It does stand. Yeah, let's try and put him on and see if that will stand with... Yeah, seems to struggle. You have to make it more like heavy to one side to get it to stand, but then even that bike stand isn't very strong and it's not very big anyway, so it's not the greatest for display, but I'm sure if you can get it to balance then it will work out well. But yeah, either way, there is the motorcycle. We'll put that one just there at the moment. There is the motorcycle. Let's have a little look at this Shadow. Right, so this is the Shadow that we get from this figure, guys. There is a completely different facial expression. If I bring up the other one, we'll have a little comparison. He's a different like color tone as well. I don't know how well you can see it on the video, but yeah, his face is definitely a different tone. The skin, that is. I think I prefer the color of this figure, but I prefer this figure as a whole. Yeah, the detail's slightly different, I want to say. Yeah, you can tell the patterns on his head are like a little bit different. The hair mold and everything's the exact same. The eyes are different as well. You've got the really nice glass effect on this one, whereas this one's just a straight plastic cut into like the face and everything. The chest, the white looks nice. In all honesty, the white and the colors look nicer on this figure, the one you get with the motorcycle, but the design is better on this figure, I'd say. I think this figure pops more than this one. Yes, it's not got as many points of articulation and it might be a bit harder to display, but this figure here, guys, doesn't have the, I want to say, Shadow look that this one does. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. Do you have the same opinion as me? Also, the hands you can move on this figure, which is the figure we unboxed earlier. I'll put in there so we don't keep getting confused. But yeah, the hands on this one don't actually, you can't open them or close them. They're stuck on riding the bike position. Or I guess you could say he's like fighting if you wanted to. He could be doing a fist pump. But either way, that's a shame because otherwise I do think this figure overall is better. The printing's not done amazing as well. There's a lot of like bleed, I want to say, onto the face and everything in certain places, and like the eyes got some like color marks and stuff. Yeah, I really like this figure. I think, I don't know, maybe the details a little bit different. The colors look nicer though to me. But yeah, I do think he's slightly nicer than the other Shadow. But I don't know, that's my personal preference. Either way, we got one more figure for this video, guys, and I've been so excited to open this figure for so long. You will be able to see slightly. It is the Supersonic. Yeah, I'm going to move this slightly out of the way so we can have a little bit more. I give up. That wasn't a very good plan after all. Either way, boys, let's get into this then. I made the camera a little bit further back. We've got the Supersonic. I'm so excited to open this. Honestly, I've been wanting to do this for so long. It's part of, I guess, Wave 2 as well, because you've got Chow Mascot Tails, Shadow, and Knuckles. But yeah, Supersonic, 22 points of articulation. And it says, Supersonic is the ultimate form for Sonic. In this state, his power is unmatched. Or is it? Either way, guys, I'm really excited to get into this one. We got this one online from the Entertainer when they did a little restock the other week. Completely sold out again already now. It's This figure's a little bit easier to get into, just like the Shadow. Boys, am I impressed. I've been wanting to get this figure for so long. He feels great. His head doesn't feel as heavy. The hair goes up. There's loads of detail. Look at the eyes, boys. They've got that effect again, the whole like glowing effect, or glass effect, I should be saying. Yeah, the arms go around. His hands open. The feet look great. The colors just look so good. And it just makes me jealous now that I haven't managed to find a normal Sonic, because I really want to get my hands on a normal Sonic as well. He's got his nice cheeky little grin. But yeah, this figure looks great, boys. He does seem a little bit top heavy, so I'm going to try and stand him, and we'll see if that works. I don't know. Maybe I just can't display these figures that well, but he seems all right. He does seem to stand, as much as you can just see the top of his head on the video. But yes, boys, that is the figure I've been most excited to get into. Again, just £15.99, £16, something like that. Maybe even £15. But I've not managed to see one of these in the wild yet, and I don't want to resort to just buying everything online, such as Amazon, because I know they've had a little restock of Knuckles recently. But I like doing these merch hunts, and I like finding all these figures in person with you guys. Either way, guys, that is our first bunch of Sonic 3 figures that we've managed to find over the last few merch hunts and a few orders that I did online. Let me know what you think of these unboxings. I do want to do more and more for you, and any improvements, any suggestions, do let me know down below in the comment section. But I now have this gigantic pile of mess that I've got to like go and sort out. Remember, guys, to get yourself involved in the Shadow giveaway, you've just about got enough time if you've watched this video within the first couple days. But anyways, guys, we've got plenty of merch hunts coming very soon. We've got the new light up figures and the Super Shadow coming to Smiths and the UK very soon. So you know what we're going to do. We're going to go and try and find those figures very, very soon. Probably the next video. If you've enjoyed our first Sonic 3 unboxing, then do smash a like. Do subscribe if you are new. Otherwise, guys, I will see you all in the very next Super Shadows Adventures video. But until then, stay safe, and I'll see you all very, very soon.